What is up, everybody? College football preview back once again. I am so sorry for not getting the reviews out this week for last week's week of football. Really busy, a lot of stuff this week. But we are here for the previews of next week. So without further ado, let's jump right in. We've got Texas A&M versus LSU. LSU, as I've said before, a really good record team that I feel like is not the greatest. So I'm taking Texas A&M for the win here, no doubt, over LSU. Excuse me. Sorry. A rolling UCLA takes on undefeated Indiana. I want to go for the upset, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I got to say Indiana takes the dub. Sorry. My voice is a bit weird. But, yeah, I got to say Indiana takes the dub. UCLA will put up a fight, though. I definitely think they will put up a good fight. Syracuse versus undefeated Georgia Tech. Now, this one is a totally different story. I think Georgia Tech absolutely dominates this game. No questions whatsoever. Ole Miss and Oklahoma should be a great, gritty showdown in the SEC. But only one team can come away with the win. And that's got to be Ole Miss. Ole Miss just has some of the strengths and powerfulness that Oklahoma does not have. And that's really going to hurt Oklahoma in this game. And Ole Miss takes the dub. All right. Virginia versus North Carolina. I don't think it's debatable at all. Virginia takes the win. South Florida versus Memphis. This one, I have a feeling it's going to be really close, really high scoring, most likely. I got to take South Florida. Just, we saw what happened when they struggled against, I don't remember who it was. They struggled, I think it was Charlotte 49ers. They went off and scored 63 points. So we know what this South Florida team is capable of. And Memphis, I don't think they have the strength to beat South Florida. And South Florida takes it up. Alabama versus South Carolina. When will South Carolina ever recover as a football team? Oh, gosh. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't know when they're going to recover. I mean, South Carolina has just been a mess for years. And it continues that way. They are 3-4. They take on 6-1 Alabama. Same story. Alabama takes a big dub. Missouri versus Vanderbilt. What a story for Vanderbilt this season. They have been doing absolutely amazing. 6-1, only lost to Alabama. I gotta say, though, unfortunately, Missouri's going to come away with the win in this one. I gotta say. That's just what I feel. And I think Vanderbilt, really great, strong team. Missouri just has that power. And they're going to take the dub. BYU versus Iowa State. Let's get right to it. BYU takes the dub. Iowa State really not been the greatest ever since that fall to Cincinnati. And I mean, honestly, they were kind of overrated anyway, so yeah. It was them out of false. Yeah, okay. Illinois versus Washington. I think I'm going to go with a bit of an upset here. Washington takes the W in this one. Washington has such an underrated team that sits at 5-2 right now that could really propel from this win, I feel like. And if it's ever going to be their time this season, it's right now. They need to beat Illinois in this game. Oklahoma State versus Texas Tech. Oklahoma State cannot even be classified as a football team anymore. They're just a college that people are in the stands waving their shirts. Texas Tech takes it up. Baylor versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati has been on a roll this year, and they are finally ranked still 21st in the rankings. I think great for Cincinnati, and they take the dub in this game over Baylor. Texas versus Mississippi State. Texas, a ton of struggles this year. Huge struggles, and I think they do win in this game, but not without a close one, maybe even overtime here. Wisconsin versus Oregon. Oregon takes the win, unquestionably. Miami coming off of a big loss to Louisville last week. A very shocking loss. And they should bounce back this week as they play Stanford, who is 3-4 and stands literally no chance against anything. Louisville, the team that beat Miami, plays Boston College, who can't stand anything either. Louisville takes a dub. Sorry guys, this thing was glitching out on me. Michigan versus Michigan State. Good old rivalry. I don't think it has that much significance this year, if I'm being honest. If it even has in past years. Michigan probably takes the dub. Tennessee versus Kentucky. A struggling Tennessee team as of late looks to bounce back against Kentucky, and I think they will most definitely do that with taking the dub in this game. And last but not least, we've got Houston versus Arizona State. Houston, it really shocks me that they're not ranked, and some teams are, but that's just the way it is. I think Houston takes the win in this one. They should definitely replace ASU in the rankings, but that is just my opinion, and this committee sucks. Anyways, guys, that was the Week 9 college football preview. I hope you guys enjoyed